And I'm a junior this year, and I'm here representing the LGBT Center OC. Oh, it's not even on. I'm totally sorry.
Yeah, but you have a great voice, though. You were projecting well.
My name is Christian. I'm a junior this year, and I'm here representing the LGBT Center OC. And I want to start off by saying that not only is my school provided safe spaces for LGBTQ people, but it has become a safe space. This entire school has such a positive feeling to it when as soon as you get on campus. So I'm here to ask you, how do you feel about providing safe spaces for students of all sexualities and all genders and all gender expression?
I believe that all schools should provide safe climates for everybody and anybody, regardless what their beliefs are, regardless of religion, regardless of preference, regardless of anything. The whole purpose of the schools is to educate our kids, to educate our children. And in order for our children to be able to learn, they need to feel included, they need to feel as if they're part of that community, and they need to feel safe.
Thank you, Coach. Bruce?
Yeah, we definitely need to provide that safe space. I mean, the LGBTQ community, as we know, is one of the targeted communities in the United States. If you look at the statistics, they're targeted beyond their numbers, so we know they're disproportionately attacked. So when we see that, we know a particular community is feeling that pain, we need to take protective measures with respect to that.
Thank you, Bruce. Bentley?
Definitely. I think that everyone should have rights. I know Bruce probably forgot to mention, but we're both members of the London Legal. They advocate and fight for the rights of the LGBT community. I also am a member of LULA, and we believe that everyone has an equal right. And I know that a lot of the schools have rainbow clubs. And I personally go into school, I graduated in 1994 from Central High School. We didn't see this back then, and I really wish we could have, because I personally know somebody that couldn't overcome the bullying, and they dropped out. A lot of our kids dropped out back then. So I am for supporting rainbow clubs in every school. I didn't learn about it until I went to college, a little too late. So we got to get this in the schools, and maybe not high school, start in the middle school. So I support it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bentley. Leo?
Great question. I believe that safe schools are necessary in order for anybody to learn. If folks are fearing their lives or their personal safety, how can you learn, right? We can't educate unless we have a safe school. I know that from personal experience. I went to 4 different high schools in 4 years, 1 in Mexico, 2 in Mexico, my 11th grade in Riverside, and my senior year in Chicago. And for the first 3 months, every time I came into a new school, I would brace myself, because guess what? At each year, the cliques were formed, and I was always the odd person out. So for the first 3-4 months, I was the one being bullied, right? And so I had to figure out how to make friends out of survival, right? So I understand the experience of what it means to be targeted as a low-income immigrant kid in these schools that did that to me. So for me, I'm fundamentally committed to that. With regards to LGBTQ students, I think we have to take a step further, because we also know that not all groups are targeted for bullying in an equal way. And when you look at the suicide rates for LGBTQ students, which are much higher than any other group, it means that they are being targeted. And so we have to go above and beyond and create equitable solutions, such as, for example, gay-straight alliances in each school, rainbow clubs, for example, where there is a presence of folks that are allies and supportive of groups. And of course, not just LGBT, but other students as well, right? And also the establishment of transgender restrooms as well, so that we have inclusive schools that are not just safe, a minimal level of safety, but are also where you feel you belong and that you want to be there, right? Because that's what really triggers learning.
Thank you, Leo.
Mark?
First of all, I'd like to just say that I'm also a supporter of the Lambda Legal and have hosted a number of events at my home for Lambda Legal. And also, I'll share a personal experience, and that is that when I started work as a general manager for a company here in Santa Ana, the accountant was named Robert, and 4 years later, it was Robin. And he had gone through transition to become Robin, and I recognized the issues that she was going through as she was changing in her gender process. And I think that there were challenges, and in a small environment, she was supported, and we did the best we could to support her, and she recognized that. You're talking about a large environment at high school where you've got 22,000 students, that becomes a big challenge. I know at Valley High School, I see that the students with the small learning communities have been able to help a lot of the students that are going through this type of lifestyle, and they are supporting those students. And I think that we have to have a safe haven on every campus. How we do that and how we implement it is going to depend upon each and every campus. And I think the fact is that as Rigo pointed out, I think we have to have some gay, straight alliances to be able to sit there and say, what is the best way we can do this and how is it best going to support that student? And so I think those are my key points on that. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Chris, you had a follow-up?
I do. I want to start off by pointing out that I am the president of my school's GSA, so I sort of know what I'm talking about when I bring this up. Also, as a transgender student myself, one who has only been out for about a year at my school, that it is very important that schools implement certain laws and things to provide safety not only for myself, but for my peers. I want to ask you guys how you guys feel about implementing laws such as AB 1266 and also gender-neutral bathrooms.
Great question. Who's got the microphone? Maybe start with Alfonso, and we'll bring it back around. Yeah. Alfonso.
It's the law. We have an obligation to fulfill the law. I'm talking about transgender bathrooms. There's one right here. I mean, the whole thing is that if it's the law, we need to follow the law. We need to be in compliance with the law. The laws were passed because it's in the best interest of the students or the best interest of the population. When it comes down to the law, I don't think that there should be any question about it. The law is the law, and as law by its senses, we need to comply with the law.
Thank you, Alfonso. Bruce?
Yeah, my daughter was a member of the Gay Straight Alliance at her school, and she was straight, and I was very proud of that fact. I go back to what Martin Luther King said. He said, the struggle of one community is the struggle of us all. So your struggle is my struggle, and we have to carry it on our shoulders like that. And when it comes to bathrooms, that's one of those issues that it makes no sense that anyone should care why you're using a gender-neutral bathroom. Why do they want to know what's in your pants, is what I always ask. It's none of anyone's goddamn business, as far as I'm concerned. And so we got to stand strong and be firm on that.
Thank you, Bruce. Bethany?
I want to say that I will work with the state government and federal government to implement these type of laws. I'm proud that I received the endorsement of the National Women Political Caucus, and we truly believe that we need to implement the law now. I'm going to say something that one of the women there said. She said, personally, I've never seen anybody's private bathroom. So we've had, like Alfonso said, we've had, those bathrooms, and I will do anything I can in my interest to make sure that the law is implemented. Thank you.
Thank you, Bethany. Leo?
So I already said that I would, and so I'll just reiterate, I will. It's about protecting the rights of students. Protecting the rights of students. And public schools need to do that. We're obligated to do that. The question is, how do we do it in a way that's going to be effective? And so it's not just about, although I agree, Alfonso, about implementing the law because it's the law, but also because it's right? It's right. And so I count on my support. I'm also endorsed by Planned Parenthood, which has a mission that's very, very supportive and very much in alliance with this issue.
Pass that now. Mark, you have a chance to.
I think it's simple, as it was said, it's law, number one. Number two, I think that what we have to do is make sure it gets implemented and gets implemented right in each and every one of our schools. And I support completely in respect to gender type bathroom. So this would be key, and I support you for that.